Yo, welcome to TMS, the Man Space Podcast, where we are redefining manhood. I'm your host, Kyle Torrey. And listen, this space is for men and by men. Ladies, if you are tuning in, man, you are welcome to pull up a chair because this is a space where you can hear what men are dealing with, where you can start to understand maybe the man in your life, the father in your life, the boyfriend in your life, whoever it is, because here's the reality. Being a man is pressure. Yeah, manhood should be something that is passed down and passed around by other men, right? So we need each other. We need a space like this so we can be honest, vulnerable, and so that we can learn from one another. And so this week, what we're going to talk about is success. Yeah, we need to deal with this word success, this culture of success, this expectation that if you're a man, you should be successful. What does that look like? Well, as a man in our culture, your bank account's supposed to look a certain way. Yeah, that you got a certain kind of job, that you got a successful position at that job, right? Yeah, that we drive the right kind of car. Yeah, that we dress a certain way, that we look a certain way. And here's the reality. People judge us based off what they see. Before they know anything about us, when you're a man, people are determining and they're measuring your success by what they see on the outside. That's why one of the first conversations when you're talking to somebody, when you're a man, they ask you, what do you do? They ask you your name first, and the second question come out their mouth is, what do you do? Because they want to measure who you are and your value by whatever you say after that. Yeah, so if you say that you run a company or you're a district manager, then yeah, that can go in that pocket of success. But if you just say, I wait tables or I'm a plumber, then in your mind, you already know. I hear hesitation in men's voices all the time, that they pause before they tell somebody what they do. Because in their minds, they're worried about if that person is going to lose respect for me because I'm not successful in their eyes. And so what do? We're trying to manage the perception of success. So if I work at Foot Locker, am I not successful? If I work at Applebee's, am I not successful? Like, here's the reality. How are we measuring success? And here's something else I'm going to say. It starts with us, man. Yeah, it starts with us. Because we're the ones who can change the culture of how we view one another. Yeah, we get to set the standard for how people perceive us. Yeah, if we want to redefine manhood and what it looks like, and we want to redefine what success looks like, then we need to start affirming success in a diverse spectrum of ways, right? If they have good character, that should be successful. Yeah, if a man is a good father, right, and he out here getting and he's trying hard, then that should be labeled as success. Because as I said in my last episode, we're not going to be good at everything. We're not going to measure up to everybody's expectations. So men, stop trying to. You will never measure up in everybody's eyes. So stop trying to manage how people view you. We got to have self-confidence. And here's the reality about success. A man is successful if he learns how to take L's. I like that. I'm going to say it again. A man is successful if he learns how to take L's the right way. And if life ain't taught us nothing else, we're going to lose, man. We're going to lose. So you might as well get used to it. You might as well allow people to see you lose so they can stop having the expectation that we don't. Yeah, a part of being a man is the fact that we're going to fail. But I love what Michael Jordan said. Michael Jordan said, man, I lost 7,000 games. I missed 10,000 shots. And he said, and those things made me the greatest player in the world because he learned how to lose. His failures made him better. Yeah, as men, we got to learn how to lose well. And what do I mean by that? Because no man want to be a loser. We do everything we can in sports, everything else. Nobody want to lose. I'm going to be honest right now. I never let my kids beat me. I never let them beat me in Monopoly. I don't let them beat me in one-on-one basketball. Why? Because I want them to understand and experience losing. Yeah, because the reality is life is going to be a lot of losses. But what I do let them see, I do let them see me fail as a father. I do let them see me fail as a husband. And how do they know I failed? It's because I tell them I failed. When I'm not treating their mama right, or I say something wrong to her, I raise my voice and say something, I'll go back and not only apologize to her, but I'll apologize to the kids and let them know that wasn't okay. I let them see me deal with the pressures at my job and let them know, man, I had a hard day at work today. I didn't land every account. Yeah, I landed some accounts. I provided you a nice home and I'm winning a lot, but I lose sometimes. They don't make us weak. Failure is a part of being a man. Yeah, see, I don't call L's losses. I call them learnings. Let me tell you about one of my failures that I had, man, when I was first starting my career. I used to work for a company. It's a pretty well-known company. I won't say the name because I don't want to get sued. But I was working at this company. I was in corporate America, and I remember I lost an account. I lost one of our biggest accounts. Now, to be honest, it wasn't really on me while we lost the account. It was really my manager who had a conversation with the account and communicated some harsh things to them. Pretty much told them that they don't give us enough business to get what they were asking us to do. But at the end of the day, I took it on myself. I lost the account because it was my account. Yeah, it was my book of business, so it was my account. And so anyway, I lost this account. And that meant that I was not going to be able to be promoted. It was the first time in my 7-year career where I had a requires improvement on a review. Now, I'd always had exceeds expectations my whole career. I had been promoted 6 or 7 times with this company. This was the first real L I ever took at that job. And I didn't want nobody to know. What are they going to think about me? This one failure I felt was going to define me. I hadn't even considered that maybe God didn't want me to have that district manager, because in my mind, that was what my career path. That's where I was headed. But maybe that job wasn't for me. Maybe it wasn't meant to be for me to have that position. And so I had to humble myself and say, you know what? Let me see what else is out there for me. What are some other things based off my skill set that maybe would fit in a little better? Because here's the reality, the things I didn't think about. That job had me working about 12 to 14 hours a day. My first child, I barely got to see her grow up. I didn't get to spend the time with my family. It didn't allow me to be able to spend time with my friends. All I was doing was working. But because the world told me to be successful was to climb the corporate ladder, and because this particular job I was at, the to navigate success was that you didn't take days off, and that you had to get to this next rung and make it to this district manager position, I thought by not achieving that, I was a failure. So I couldn't see my life looking any other way, because I was defining success based off of what other people thought. And so the funny thing, the first job interview I went on is the job I'm at now. I've been with this job for 14 years. And within the first year, I had doubled my pay. But it wasn't because I had a pity party and was like I failed and let failure define me. I learned from my failure. I humbled myself and actually started looking at my situation and say, you know what? I'm not finna let this job or my coworkers or my peers define what success looks like for me. And as I sat back and thought about that failure changed my life. That failure was a great thing for me. It took me from a dead end job and gave me the career that I have now, where I am flourishing, where I'm able to have multiple businesses, where I'm able to raise my kids, where I'm able to be a good husband, a good friend. And so that failure turned into a blessing. See, failures are just stepping stones to the successes of our lives. And that's how we got to look at them, man. We can't be afraid to fail. That failure might be transforming your life. That is the solution today. Is to look at your life and not be afraid to fail. To look at your life and be willing to fail in front of other people so that they can learn from it. So that they can not expect you to have it all together, to have all the answers. Listen, just like Kanye said to Sway, we don't have all the answers. Sometimes life is our greatest teacher. Yeah, when I went out and found that other job, I had to talk to other men and people around me to help me fill out a resume, to help me prep for an interview. That was humbling. I had to sit before my peers and other men and even men who are older than me and say, I need help. See, success is being able to say, I need help. Not trying to do it all on your own and wrecking everything. Too many men out here are wrecking everything, trying to do it all on their own because they too prideful and got too much ego to ask the man next to them if they could help them. Humility is the key. And so our soul learning today is that our failures could be blessings in disguise. Yeah, our failures can be blessings in disguise. And so don't be afraid to fail. Actually run towards opportunities to fail because eventually you're going to win. Yeah, that's episode 2. We out.